there any specific initiatives, activities, a sales tax, anything you would propose to increase the revenue coming into the city to provide additional city services, including public safety, parks and recreation, libraries, et cetera, et cetera? What ideas do you have for generating revenue for the city? Well,
I think that we need to raise the taxes, the transit and pad fees for redevelopment on the west side equal to what they are on the east side to help pay for the infrastructure needs and maintenance that we have. I believe that the public, the community, the elderly and youth have been shouldering the burden in the lessening of services, and that's an imbalance that shouldn't exist. I believe that the city could generate revenue by attracting redevelopment businesses to downtown if they invested themselves in getting rid of their own blight, like the 3rd Avenue and East Street intersection that's chained up and city-owned and contributes to city blight. So I think the city needs to have the vision and the leadership to make the initial investments.
thank you, Mr. Hall.
No to tax increases at this time. We have 1 out of every 10 Western Chula Vista residents live at or below the poverty level. Median income here in Western Chula Vista is $38,000 a year. Our people on the west side cannot afford more taxes. What you have to have is a city government that basically operates itself financially correctly and not spend money that they don't have. The second thing that has to be done is we've got to get serious about business development in the city. We have a terrible business development reputation. We don't do a good job at it, and when I get to city council, we're going to fix that real quick. We're going to incentivize business. We're going to get the jobs back that we're losing. We're going to put people back to work by incentivizing our businesses to get them moving again. We don't do that in Chula Vista.
Mr. Hall is absolutely right. To bring a business down to Chula Vista and to get your tenant improvements, that's just interior alone, somewhere between 3 and 9 months. Thousands and thousands of dollars for the business to sit there without their doors being open. They're paying rent or they're paying mortgage on those buildings. And who wants to come to a city that is not business friendly? Who wants to come to a city that is not trying to expedite this to try to get these doors open so that we can get those jobs, so that we can get those taxes and those sales taxes and provide revenues to our city? We must be business friendly. We also have to make sure that we have Shop Chula Vista, convince our residents and to understand and educate our residents that when they spend money here, those sales tax revenues dollars come back to our city, and we've got to get that across in the schools, in the public, and everywhere. We must get those sales taxes because that's immediate. Thank you.
I heard a lot of talk about being business friendly, but I think every time that at least I've been on the city council, we've been asked to raise a fee, when we've been asked to reduce services to business. You know, John McCann, Rudy Ramirez, and Steve Castaneda voted against it. Oddly, the Chamber of Commerce was silent. We are basically closing, we just heard about, we need to make permits easier to get for people who want business, to open a business in this community. We're shutting our permit counters down for 4 hours a day. We can't ask people to increase their taxes. We can't ask people to do less, with less services until we in City Hall understand what's right. And while people in City Hall still get a car allowance and don't even drive, I don't know how in the world we can ask the neighborhoods to dig deeper in their pocket when we won't even dig in ours. And I won't ask the neighborhood for one other penny until we fix what we're doing. And Councilmember Ramirez and myself put out a proposal to cut another $250,000 out of the mayor and city council, and we couldn't even talk about it. And yet we've got some members on the city council that want to turn off your street lights. We've got other ones that want to cut your library hours and do even more.